We're talking in fact.
Sorry, no, I was just saying something to John. All right,
Okay.
so I would start recording, and then we can get like the full GitLab experience in this unfiltered video.
Full GitLab
Holding
experience.
the baby.
So what I'm doing is, tell me when you're recording.
Yes, it's recording. We're good.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm doing just a light version of this first before I go fully, until I put this into Meltano.
Sure.
And what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to deploy it by copying some files over via SCP.
Yep.
So you can see here that all I have is some stuff that I found on GitLab. Now, I don't totally understand this because, anyway, this actually works locally exactly as it is. So I guess what I'm possibly doing wrong is, now let me just see here. Yeah, I thought maybe it has to be called like SSH key. I had it called Meltano deploy private key before. And you can see, you can see that if we go here to the CI, and this is just a thing, it's like nothing. You can see that I have both of these. I'll delete this one. Now I just have SSH private key as an environmental variable, which is the private key, not the public key.
Right.
And on the server, which is this cPanel thing that we're using for right now, because it's an easy way to, it's a very cheap, poor man's way of hosting WordPress.
Gotcha.
And ViewPress is just an index, it's just a static site, so we can just pop that on there too. So here's the Meltano at GitLab one. And I can actually remove this one. Yeah. So we have Meltano at GitLab and the private key associated with that. So yeah, I don't totally, and all I'm trying to do is just get this test me file up there.
Right.
And the error that I'm getting.
Yeah, show me that, because that code does seem overly engineered. So I'd love to see what you're getting.
I mean, like what I'm doing to me makes sense. It's just that I'm just like SCPing a file up. It just says that the host key verification failed.
I wonder if that's SSH host safety, right? So like, how when you SSH to a host, it for the first time, it gives you that like, are you sure you want to connect to this host?
There's a thing we can do. Hold on, let me see if I.
But there's a way to make that unsafe.
There it is. This.
Yeah, strict host checking. Okay.
Let me just copy that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a port. Now we have strict host checking, no. And get rid of Ubuntu G. And git status, git diff. Looks good. Git add, git commit. Add no strict host checking. Git push origin master. Boop. Go back here to our list of pipelines.
I like the aliases, by the way, the single letter.
Oh, thank you.
Critical.
When you become like a merge request reviewer, you need something to keep you completely sane, because otherwise you'll go nuts.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's see.
I also have, when you're a bad reviewer, or like not a reviewer, when you're doing bad things like I do and you're not doing things right, I have a git drive-by command that just does all of it. Adds everything, everything, commits everything, pushes. Oh,
you were right. That's what it freaking was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. This is good.
That's good. So now if we go to the repo, let's see if no, that's borked. Let's see. It timed out. So SSH. Net. So this is Meltano 7. Now public keys did that.
Did you delete your key though? You deleted a key on the website. Was that the one that?
Right, but I still have.
You have the Meltano one in your.
I have the
SSH
Meltano one.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It should be there. I'm gonna bet that it's there. Meltano 7 port. Wait, maybe I should. Hold on. I'm gonna pause the recording so people don't see my. Not that it really matters. My SSH thing.
You hear? I think I can. Can you pause it? I can pause it if you can.
I paused it.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll make sure. I'll read through this video too beforehand.
I wonder if.
Crazy.
No, I sure. I wonder if. Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's there, so that worked. Thank you. So it was that was the whole thing. That was the
coach checking. Yeah, and there's a couple issues about that because there's folks that do the SSH runner and see that as a positive and negative. Yeah, because you don't own this host that you're installed in. It's like you couldn't install the runner on this host if you wanted to, because that would be the other alternative.
Oh, just make it run directly there.
Yeah, you could have it be a runner, right?
We can SSH into that machine, although this is
what if it goes away or whatever? Like
it's like a GoDaddy sort of like thing, where it's like a server farm where you're just one of many.
Right. So what if they rotate that server and you lose GitLab runner? That would kind of stink. But
right.
That would be another option. Like that's what I did to my Raspberry Pi at home that is a runner on GitLab.com. Like I didn't want to open up a hole between the internet and my, non-static IP address at home and then my thing. And so I just installed the runner on the Raspberry Pi itself, and then it's always pinging GitLab.com, and it clones the code, and then I have all the code.
Yeah.
So if you own the infrastructure you're deploying to, that's a nice way to do it.
Well, we are on GitLab, so we could make it a dedicated runner technically.
You could. Well, that's what I'm saying. But you don't own the thing that it's actually deploying to. That's what's a little scary about it.
But we do have SSH to it.
You have SSH, so you could do it. It would work. You make it a dedicated runner, you tag it with prod or whatever, and then you only run.
The only thing is that we have all these other things that run.
Right. So you have to tag the runner.
Oh, tag it. Right. You just said that.
It'll only pick the jobs. The GitLab.com shared runners will pick your non-tag jobs.
Right. Cool. That's a good idea. Yeah, so it was just the authentication thing, which I should have known. I had it in there, but then I was like, I don't need that.
Yeah, it's because every new runner, so you're running inside a shared runner, every one is brand new, and like it doesn't even matter if you got it working once, like that runner is going to be gone.
Right, obviously. Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Saved my life.
For some more like detailed CI stuff because I want to fix it and make it easier to use. But
when we get to the Meltano stuff, because we have a lot of crazy Meltano stuff. Actually, another time I'll explain some of the Meltano stuff that we want to do because it's pretty cool too.
Yeah, we should schedule that. Yeah, because I know like A, there's deploying Meltano. B, there's using Meltano. C, can we use CI as an orchestrator for Meltano? I don't know. Right. Not today. Right. And so you're my customer in the sense that, you're a GitLabber using CI, but also in the sense that the data team and Meltano is my customer. So we'll have to
Right. No, and see the thing with CI, the way I feel with CI is that there's like never anything wrong with it, but you just have to know like that it, literally the commands that you're running are running over there. There's like never anything wrong with CI. It's always like perfect and fine. It's just you have to know how to.
Yeah. But that speaks to me as a product manager though, because it should be really easy, even if you understand
it's easy. You just have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I say to my team all the time. Like, I said to the docs team, like there's that, that really long reference doc with like everything a YAML can do. I'm like, I love this page. Brendan O'Leary loves
this page, right?
But brand new person to GitLab CI, like that page does not help them. Like Brandon loves it because he's been using GitLab CI for 3 years and he loves it. He has everything he needs. But so anyway, I want to make it like better at The thing I've been saying about CI is it's like really good for all of the middle ground use cases, right? There's a lot more advanced stuff like DAGs and yada 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 that we want to do, like for advanced, super advanced users. But I think there's also a lot to be had at like the how do you go from Jenkins to GitLab, or from kind of no maturity in CI to GitLab CI.
Right. And the thing that okay, this is the thing you guys got to do. You have to make it really easy. Like, look, Jake Schatz loves giant references of, many, like JavaScript. I'm like currently reading through the ECMAScript 6 specifications. Like, how much more dorky can that get? However, at the moment, I just need CI to work. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
I just need CI to work, and I just got to get it working quickly because I just want to do this little stupid thing. And so, like, for that type of thing, it's got a steep learning curve.
Exactly.
And that's the problem I have with it.
I agree.
And every time, and look, I get it now. Like, I get it. But like Ben, who I'm working with, who's like new, he's like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, no, it's really great. But it
but
does.
you have to like get into it to know it's really great. Yeah.
It's also a little scary. Like, it's definitely a little scary. So
yeah.
I happen to have the command line experience, and I understand all that stuff. But for people who don't, what I was thinking would be a really, really good thing is if you got, and I'll make an issue and stuff, but what you need is like some recipes, like for some common stuff, but not that somebody can copy and paste. Is this already a thing?
I'm very interested in this thing, but yes, I'm interested even more in your feedback as a senior front end person.
Yeah. Well, the thing that you need is not just a recipe. What you need is like a pluggable thing. Let's see what you did here.
Yeah.
CI snippets.
Yeah, and then the other thing I'm thinking about is pluggable thing made me think of the next iteration, or like the thing that I'm getting inspired by for that, which is drone plugins. Okay, here, let me share my screen and I'll go through a couple things.
Because what I was thinking from a front end perspective is CI snippets is great. CI snippets to me would be the back end of this thing. What you need is a user interface that's like graphical on top of CI, where you're just like, I want a thing, and then it's like the thing is ready. Fill out a couple of commands. Yeah. This is awesome.
What about this?
Yeah. Is this
this is a new thing from Atlassian called Bitbucket Pipes, and it's basically these like snippets or pipes. It's their answer to a GitHub Actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So GitHub Actions is not unrelated from this whole thing too, right?
Yeah.
They give you like start from this. Like if I want to deploy to Lambda, here's how you do it, and like fill in your little things. Like you would have had how to SCP up, and then like you would have just filled in nothing, right?
Right. Now this is a thing to copy and paste. What I was talking about with Yob was to abstract away the GitLab CI YAML into a graphical user interface.
Yes,
but
I think that is like the
somewhere.
next step of this, right? I think I'm 99% sure there's an issue for that, right? And then there's another, so like that's the advanced to, it's how you like are satisfying my idea of like advanced and pipeline design or visualized pipelines. Yeah.
If I wasn't doing Meltano, I would want to do that right now, because I feel like you could solve the newcomer problem. Yes, like this. Yeah, exactly like this.
Yeah. And I think once you have these other, like you said, in the sense that CI snippets are the back end, yes, I think that's why I prioritize those, because I see them as the building blocks to then get to this, right?
It's not particularly difficult to build this either. This is not a hard thing to build.
Right. If you're smart about what does it look like in the back end, what are the snippets, what are the pieces that, having the pieces in place.
Yeah.
Like Drone has another thing. Drone has a thing called plugins. And so it's very similar.
Because you also have like the
but again, it is a copy and paste, right?
Yeah, and you got to get rid of the copy and paste, because that doesn't explain to people how it works. With the graphical user interface, people could understand it without seeing the code behind it. But the other thing about it, what was I going to say, is I can't remember. But Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here. There's
Well,
huge opportunity here.
and you know where there's another opportunity too is to do it all in a really smart way, like as view components or whatever, so that, see, I'm just product manager saying engineering things like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that way you can reuse it. Like imagine if, you know, it works in something here, but then it also works in the web IDE, or it also works that when I am typing, it builds the, it's built like I'm typing the GitLab CI YAML because I know a little bit, and then it's
Yeah.
building the thing,
Yeah.
right?
A
Like
left hand, right hand side sort of
yeah,
thing. You could do both at the same time. Oh, it
exactly.
would be so freaking cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's got to do it, but it's YAML, so it's not hard to do that. Like
exactly.
YAML is very, very easy to manipulate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
We'll get there.
Well,
We'll get there.
thanks a lot. I appreciate your help.
Yep. No problem. Thanks. And thanks for letting me record our fumbling.
Anytime.
And they got the, and like I said, people got the full GitLab Unfiltered experience because I had kids walk in. You had a kid you had to
Right.
yell at or something.
Right. I had
It's,
to go
that's how
yell at her
it
to wash her
works.
hands, you know.
Exactly.
It
That's
wouldn't
how
be
it works.
GitLab Unfiltered unless I'm fetching at somebody.
Exactly. All right.